So we recently saw Denis Cyplenkov do his final table practice before his super match with John Brezink at King of the Table. And there we saw one famous blue shirt guy who was literally attacking Denis Cyplenkov's arm as hard as he can, and he actually managed to get a couple of pins over Denis Cyplenkov. We are going to analyze the whole situation, how it happened from the eyes of the two people here, one of them who was recording and the other one was the man himself. So today's guests are Basil from Dubai and Mohammed Hellis. Welcome, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Hello,
Welcome.
hello, hello, my friend.
So Mohammed, first of all, please tell us, what is your background, where do you live, what do you do, and when did you start arm wrestling?
Great. Thank you very much first to invite me in your channel, and thanks, Vasil, to arrange such a great opportunity for me. I'm a Palestinian from Gaza. I was born in 1986. I'm a civil engineer working in construction right now. I started arm wrestling in 2006 almost. Yeah, in 2006, it was my first tournament in the university when I was studying. I managed to have a good medal that time. And in 2010, my cousin, he used to be a champion. He convinced me about joining arm wrestling community and tried to make myself there. And I started in 2010. Yes, that happened. Recently in 2020, when Larry Wheels started to do arm wrestling practices in Dubai, I joined the club there and I tried to practice with them for the last couple of years. That's it.
Yeah. And what is the biggest tournament that you have competed in, highest level?
I competed in 2010 in World Army Sport Federation in Ukraine. That was in 2010 in Mykolaiv. I managed to have the golden medal that time. And recently, I had different competitions in Dubai, in Fujairah, and different places in Abu Dhabi. I was either the second or the third, something like that.
Right. And guys, the Instagram pages and YouTube pages for both the guests will be in the description. And Vasil is also doing great work for the arm wrestling community. The guy literally broke his arm twice. Like, if that doesn't tell you how much he loves arm wrestling, when the rod is still in his arm, he still couldn't control himself but not to go there and arm wrestle on the table. That is like topmost level love for arm wrestling. So please support them as well. Both of them are doing great work. And please tell us, Mohammed, what exactly happened that day? What was the situation? I want to know your side of the story.
Yeah, it's simple, Pradeep. Actually, Vasil chatted with me, he texted me on Instagram. That wasn't Thursday. He told me that Dennis is there in Dubai. He is looking to have a good practice before his match with John. I told him, actually, I'm not in shape right now. I've been dieting, dropping my weight since 3 months almost, and I didn't have that much of practices. So he told me, unfortunately, there are not enough people there in Dubai to compete. Mazahir and Sohail, they were in India. Others, they were still recovering. So he convinced me, Vasil is good in convincing. I told him I will not waste that chance to meet a legend like Dennis, but I was concerned if I can offer him something or not. Because as I understood it from Vasil, he wanted us to put him on the extreme work, the maximum which we can give. So I managed to call different guys here from Abu Dhabi to join me. And also I spoke with my friend Faiz, he's living in Ras Al Khaimah, and I convinced him to come too, he's a good amateur. And we gathered there. I reached almost at 4:45, around that. We were supposed to reach at 4, but I had to go and pick up the guys from Abu Dhabi from their houses. So that's why I was a bit delayed for around 40 minutes, 45 minutes. When I reached to Dubai, I found that Dennis has finished his first round of practice and he was taking a break. And almost in 20 minutes or 30 minutes, we started with us. We started with him. That's it. This is what happened. As I told you, my concern is to give Dennis the maximum we can. He was really working so hard for his upcoming match, and we tried our best. Things went as you saw in the video. I was super excited to meet a legend like Dennis. He's a big name a name which we raised to watch him and learn from him. So in his presence, he pushes your adrenaline level to the max. He motivates you. What can I say? I tried to give, and I was concerned that I may let him down, but I did everything, single thing I had at that time. It's
Yeah.
what happened to
Yeah.
predict.
And you said when you arrived there in strong gym, after that Dennis had 15-20 minute break.
Yeah, almost. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah,
yeah.
that was good enough. Like we always talk about how good, like Dennis has one of the best endurances in the world. He should recover a little bit in those 15-20 minutes.
I
And
think so. Yeah.
yeah, how tall are you and what is your weight right now?
I am 185 centimeters. I used to be 125 kg, but now I'm 110. My target is to reach to 105.
Yeah. So
So I'm close.
so about 235, 240 pounds and 6 foot 1. And
Something like
Vasil,
that.
you tell me your point of view. You uploaded an Instagram video about 150,000 views, and you must have read the comments. I saw you replied to everyone. What exactly happened there, and what is the difference between that actual situation and what most of the people who are kind of hating on Mohammed? What is the difference between those two situations from your own eyes?
Look, Dennis actually asked me to find him a good opponent for a practice pool. Since you remember my friend in Propanja t-shirt, the bearded guy who looks like a priest from a church.
Yeah.
I brought him. Uh, he found his power. Yeah, so he asked me to find someone else, some powerful guys who can make him tired a bit. So I messaged to Suhail, I messaged to Mazahir, but they said like unfortunately we are out of UAE. We went for India for competition. So I messaged to other guys like Mohammed. He also suggests me message to Fayez. So I messaged to Fayez, convince them all come together to help Dennis get what he wants, get tired. So that's all. Dennis says that he wanna get tired, like kill himself. So that was the main target of practice. Yeah, Mohammed later 45 minutes. Then Dennis had like a 30 minutes break or something. I did a live stream. Unfortunately, I didn't save because of the music which was playing, and it didn't afford me to record. But it was live, and on the video you can send. About the comment section, everyone has their own rights to think whatever they want. We're humans. We have a freedom of speech. But each situation you need to see from the different side. Like each coin has different side. From another side, from a side of unknown the situation, don't know the situation. Yes, it seems like he might a bit arrogant or something. But based on Dennis is okay with it, okay. If any case, if he wouldn't be agreed with way of how Muhammad started to arm wrestle, he could stop it anytime. He's grown enough to do it. Yes, if something is getting uncomfortable from his way of preparation for upcoming match with John. Yes, this is the first thing. Second, come on, close to John, close to Dennis, face to face with such a legend, you obviously want to do your best, no matter of what. And come on, guys, be more positive. We're all here, fans of arm wrestling, and we want to do all our best, all what we can do to let it grow as more as possible. That's it.
And Dennis is such a humble guy. He's not going to say anything. But I think Babkin was not happy. He was kind of angry because I noticed two things. One, I think in the True Power video, he was talking about something cheating or something. I don't know what he was saying. He mentioned the word cheating, I think.
He probably talked about the raising elbow and pushing the body like this. So he raised a bit elbow. Sometimes when he start to like this, he raised a bit elbow. But wait, what about Jerry Kadoret and Gennady on East versus West?
Yeah. And second thing that he mentioned is like Muhammad was saying now that he was 45 minutes late and Babkan was saying he was 2 hours late. So 120 minutes.
No, yes, like for example, like yes, they start at honestly saying maybe 1 hour 15 minutes after the total practice start. But as I said, 45 minutes. Dennis had an arm wrestle, yes, for 45 minutes.
30-minute
Then
break.
he took a break. As Dennis said by himself, he split the training practice on two. Yes, on two parts. The second part was just endurance one. He was like proposing to opponents, whatever they can do, he would just handle and keep it like this. You know what I mean? So that's it. For sure, if he wanted, he could might pin Muhammad. Sorry, Muhammad. Yeah, you know,
Yeah, sure, 100%.
if he wanted. But come on, the thing of the practice was to let the opponent give or do whatever they can. That's it. So what's Muhammad did? He left his soul on the table. Why some people think that it's arrogant or unpolite? Come on, this was maybe unexpected for Babkin, yes. But if for Denis okay as well, then generally it's okay.
Yeah.
That's how we should consider it.
And one thing I noticed in that video, Mohammed, I'd like to ask you. After the
Yeah.
first pull, you wanted to pull, you didn't want to pull anymore. You were ready to leave the table, but then Babkan said, "No, stay here." So I would assume that if that was that much dangerous, then they wouldn't have asked you to have another round. Is that correct? Were you trying to leave and they requested
Look,
you?
actually, it wasn't about leaving. Pulling Dennis, he's a complete machine. Okay, I had to put every single thing I had at the first round. I was totally out of breath after I have finished. I told them I need 5 minutes just to collect back my breath,
Okay.
But they said, no, this is not the point. We need you to keep putting your power over Dennis. This is the reason why we've been there. So I told them, please give me 5 minutes. They said, no, you have to continue. I had to continue. I had to do whatever I could. I started to hit because, to maintain the same power, you need to hold your breath, and that wasn't possible. I was trying to gather as much as I can in an instant and hit. Honestly, you have spoken about Babkin. He said 2 hours, or it's understandable. Maybe he felt like it was 2 hours. It's something that happens sometimes.
Yeah.
He didn't have a stopwatch or something. He just felt like they were 2 hours. Regarding pulling Dennis, it was really very tough to pin him or to put him that much of work, All what I was asking for is to give me a break just to collect back my breath. This is the point. You got it.
Yeah. So I basically had 3 questions for you, and the first one you have already kind of answered. First question was, why did you show up late? Because if you watched the video that I uploaded, in that video I said only one thing: if he intentionally showed up late so that he can beat Dennis, then there is a problem. But if you intentionally did not show up late, then I didn't see any problem at all. You already mentioned why you were 45 minutes late. And the second question was, what if Dennis got injured? Like, you were really aggressive. People were putting in the comments like, this Mohammed guy was arm wrestling Dennis like his life is depending on it. Like, if he's arm wrestling in a Zloty Tour final, you were giving you were arm wrestling like that. So these were the comments. So what if Dennis got injured? And this question is also kind of partially answered, because once you pinned Dennis in that aggressive way, they themselves invited you back to the table immediately. So I don't think it was in their mind that Dennis can get injured. But do you think that this type of arm wrestling can lead to some injury, and that would be a big loss for King of the Table, for John Brezing, for everyone?
Well, look, first of all, Pradeep, arm wrestling involves injuries. Okay? We have noticed that in the last East versus West. I think Curtis and Babayev, they had injuries. Injuries are part of this sport. We have to agree about this. The second part, I was actually risking myself to injure. Actually, I was risking myself to injure myself. I wasn't even thinking that there's even one single chance to injure Dennis. You know who's Dennis. Yeah. And I'm not in his league. Everyone knows that. So the one who was possibly to get injured is me, not Dennis, actually. And if Dennis felt like there's even one single chance, Dennis, he's a legend. He's been there since decades. He knows everything about the sport, and he knows what's good for him and what's bad. So if there was any chance that he felt like he may get injured, he would stop the match immediately. He doesn't have any ego. He's so humble, so great person. So briefly, I was risking myself to get injured, not Dennis. This is what I can say.
And the final question that I had for you, why were you celebrating it like you won an Olympic gold medal or something? Like it was just a practice pull.
Well, actually, that was a joke. Everyone, if you notice, you will find that everybody was laughing after that. It wasn't. I was just trying to make it funny. It was like a joke mimicking some people who make a crazy celebration after they win against great people. And you noticed I started to laugh. Everybody was laughing, so it wasn't serious. It was a joke. I didn't meant it to. By the way, Pradeep, I'll tell you something which is strange. Do you know that I didn't know that there was someone who's filming? I didn't know. I thought that I had my friends with me. I told them give me some videos so I can save them for me. And I wasn't expecting even to move Dennis from the center, by the way. So it was like something which you save it for yourself. Put it on Instagram, you have met the legend one day, that's it. But I didn't know that there was even filming, by the way. So when I shouted like this, it was only for fun. You can notice this clearly in the video, nothing behind it.
Yeah, but I don't like kind of agree with this part. True Power YouTube channel was filming, and they must have a big camera setup with them. How can you miss that? How can you not see that?
I don't remember. Do you remember something like this, Vasil? There was a big camera there. Vasil, you can hear us? Your voice is muted.
Yeah.
There was a
So,
big camera
can you
there.
repeat the question once again?
The question is, there was a big camera there?
Yeah. The guy, GOB, he has a GOB channel. He creates a new channel through Power, like only full concentrated on arm wrestling content. The name
No,
is
I mean
Andre.
that there was a physical big camera there, which is noticeable for everyone to see. Because honestly, I didn't see any camera. I didn't know that it was being filmed.
Like we talked about, it was.
Pradeep, he says maybe there was a big camera and I had to notice it. Honestly, I didn't, but so that's why I'm asking if there was a big camera there or not.
Yeah, and the thing is about what Pradeep mentioned in his video, that the funny part was that the True Power film, like Muhammad entered the gym or something. It wasn't prepared in advance or something. He just, split he had a plan. Always when you're recording something, filming something, you had a plan which you need to follow. So he filmed, let's say, first part of Dennis training. Then when it was a break, what's actually is proving that Muhammad came when it was a break for Dennis. He go outside to film the surroundings, to film the gym, to film the enter like this. And at that time, Muhammad came. So that's why actually the reason how he appeared on the True Power channel, the enter of him.
Yeah, you were pulling Denis Cyplenkov, and it is kind of understandable that you may not have paid attention to the camera. So that's all I wanted to ask. Anything that you guys would like to say to the fans, to the viewers before we end this?
Well,
I want to say, older first. Yalla, Muhammad.
For me, I can tell all the fans, I love you all. I love the arm wrestling. I love when you see someone who's commenting, then it means that arm wrestling matters for him. So I love them all. Whatever they're doing is understandable. They have seen Dennis getting pinned and they get pissed, and this is not the case. We've been trying to help Dennis as much as we could. So what they have done is totally understandable. And again, I'm telling, I love them all. And keep loving the arm wrestling. It's growing up. I believe the future of arm wrestling is so bright. A lot of great people are making big achievements these days, especially Engen, Larry Wheels. They are doing, Neil Backup, they're doing a great job to make this sport becoming bigger. And it's becoming bigger. I'm so happy for that. So keep loving arm wrestling, guys. And we're ready to receive your comments, no problem. We love you all.
And quickly, who is winning, Dennis or John?
Dennis.
In all cases, they are all winners, by the way. They are all winners. They are legends. If someone loses or wins, it doesn't matter. It doesn't change anything. They have already reached to the maximum in this sport, in my opinion. So they are beyond the competition. But I think Dennis will win. Yeah, I think so.
And
in this match.
Final thoughts.
Dennis gonna win for sure. Like, I have no doubt here, without any kind of disrespect to John, because he almost died with his match with Irakli. Then he pulled Larry. Yeah, it was a practice, but still he got tired. Now he needs to face with a John. With Dennis. John has nothing to prove right now. He's a god. He's a legend. He's best of the best in terms of period of arm wrestling. Dennis need to prove. Dennis need to prove that he can, that he still has a power. So he's more hungry to it. You know what I mean? So generally has more chance, on my opinion. That's why I'm thinking that he's gonna win. And what else? I want to say thank you for John, for like everyone to give a chance to organize this practice pool to Strong Gym. Yes, where we had this practice. And I want to say to the guys who are talking about Mohammed that it was a practice, blah, blah, blah. I'm inviting Mohammed to compete in our strong arm wrestling competition on 18th of March. This competition is gonna be a qualifier for East versus West in Turkey, so people will be able to see how Mohammed will perform, not in a practice, but in the real competition.
That's amazing. So guys, King of the Table pay-per-view link will be in the description, and Instagram and YouTube pages of the both of the guests will be in the description. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and thanks. We'll see you again.
Thank you.